My friend just studied for 10 hours straight without taking any bathroom or food breaks, and I am so proud of them. Is that something that you've ever thought about? If someone told you that they studied for 10 hours straight without taking any breaks, then you might be telling them to relax, as that's not healthy for them and they need to set their priorities straight. You know that this is bad for them. You agree that this will have negative consequences for them. But the standards just aren't the same when it comes to yourself, are they? Human beings are fascinating creatures that play this contradictory game almost daily. We can justify the other person's shortcomings or flaws. Them taking a mental health break after a long project is completely fine, but when you do it, you're slacking. Or them making a mistake on stage is probably just nerves, but when you do it, it's proof that you didn't work hard enough. Or them saying something mean accidentally was them just joking. But every action of yours is evidence leading straight to the fact that I am actually a horrible person. So now you're living with this deep rooted imposter syndrome, thinking that I have tricked everyone else into loving me, and if they knew that, then they wouldn't even want to be with me. Or thinking that I don't even deserve any of the nicer things in my life, I was just lucky. And one day, this will all build up to you overanalyzing your actions, thinking whether you're doing nice things for someone else is, in fact, you being a fraud, because how could someone who thinks the way I do ever do something nice for others? Or start anticipating the worst case scenario for every positive event in your life, convinced that your happiness is just a fragile illusion that will inevitably be destroyed. If you can relate to any of this, then relax. Take a deep breath. Firstly, you are not a horrible person, and you haven't tricked anyone into loving you. They're not that dumb, and let's be honest, you're not that sleek. Your thoughts do not define the person that you are, or even the person that you want to be. The best thing about your thoughts is that you have control over whether they turn into behaviors or not. As long as your bad thoughts don't turn into bad behaviors, you're fine. Just because you made a mistake doesn't mean that you're now labeled as a bad person for eternity. You did what you thought was best given your knowledge and your situation. Secondly, it sounds like you're setting an incredibly high standard for yourself. Striving for perfection is admirable and can be a huge motivator, but where does it end? Is it fair if you started cussing yourself for having a bad day, or saying something embarrassing, or for something that's completely out of your control? How far will you go to achieve perfection? And when does the punishment of guilt or shame or negative self-talk end when it doesn't turn out the way you wanted it to? Maybe if you shifted your focus from all the mistakes that you've made to all that you have done to overcome them, you would realize that you're just a human. Maybe if you started looking at your progress instead of your imperfections, you would start seeing yourself in a whole new light, one that allows you to make mistakes and accept that they are fundamental in your self-growth journey. Maybe if you recognize that along with pushing yourself, there will be moments where you'll have to treat yourself with kindness and appreciation, then you would understand just how much destruction you were doing to yourself. Maybe if you stop putting so much pressure on yourself to be perfect all the time, you would understand that you don't even need to be perfect. You just need to be you. They love you because you are you. You are here because you are yourself. Understand that. Acknowledge it, internalize it. You're right. Everything that you haven't achieved is because of you. But everything that you have achieved is also because of you. This life that you built for yourself, the places that you've been, the people who you've loved, all of this was your doing. It's okay to look back and see areas where you could have done better, but don't let those moments overshadow the incredible person that you've become. You have always needed to be absolutely no one but yourself. In the meantime, I'm sending love and serenity your way. Bye bye.